beautiful people, and welcome back to the Nerd Variety Podcast. I am your host, Hannah, joined by your other host, Hunter.
Yes.
and your other host, Josh.
Hey.
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 Okay.
And
Hey.
Merry Christmas. We're a little bit early, but it's officially December, so I'm like, okay, we can start getting into the season.
It is barely December.
I know, but December 1st is like my firm date where I'm like, okay, now it can be Christmas.
You don't have to hold back anymore. There's no other holidays that you have to, put first.
Yep. We did Thanksgiving. It's over. It's done. And now we can just focus on Christmas.
And I'm even honestly one of those people now that I'm like, Thanksgiving was so late anyway. We can have started earlier after Halloween. I don't care. You get so little of Christmas anyway.
Yeah, 1 month of Christmas is not enough.
We get 3 weeks. We get 3 weeks of Christmas.
Yeah, the week of Thanksgiving has become a prep week for getting ready for Christmas. We just had Thanksgiving at my cousin's house, and she already had all her Christmas decorations up, complete with the inflatable characters outside and 2 Christmas trees and stockings over the fireplace. Yeah.
Well, we have our Christmas tree up year round, so it's just we don't want to have to worry about taking it down and putting it up every year. So
yeah. We got to get my house ready. Yeah. It's not as fun as it used to be because there used to be six of us who lived here and would all work together, but now it's just me and my sister preparing the house. So when everybody comes back, it's already done. But still a good time.
Yeah.
We have a fake tree, so we have to assemble it, and that's always entertaining.
Same here.
And the cats love the tree. I have a really good picture of my sister's cat sticking his face out of the tree. It's wonderful. Anyway. What?
I was going to say the same thing. My friends got into their house last year for their first home, and they adopted a cat, and I think 2 months before, and the cat was all up in the Christmas tree. We were trying to brainstorm ideas for how to keep the cat out, because there was at least once or twice where we thought when trying to get the cat out of the tree almost fell over.
Yeah, we pretty much resigned ourselves to just leaving the cats in the tree, and occasionally we get a broken ornament.
It happens.
What you gonna do? Yeah. Anyway, in celebration of the holidays, we are having a couple holiday episodes and then sort of a end of the year thing before we wrap up 2019.
We wrap up the 2010s.
Yeah, and it becomes a whole new decade. It's pretty crazy.
Oh gosh.
I know.
I'm not ready.
Well, too bad.
Yeah, this year went by really, really quickly. So for today, in honor of the holidays, we're going to be talking about Christmas media. It was originally going to be Christmas movies, but I'm curious as to what kinds of Christmas games and TV shows you guys are familiar with, if any. I feel like most TV shows that come out nowadays have a Christmas special episode.
A lot of times.
So I don't really feel like we need to talk about that, unless there's one that's fantastic.
We may do some.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Doctor Who has one every season. They're pretty good. But do you guys know of any Christmas games?
I was trying to do.
A lot of
I was trying to do a search for that, but there's Christmas time is really, weirdly enough, I think the time when you don't get a lot of games, and it would be kind of weird, I guess, to make a game solely revolved around Christmas theme.
Yeah, and I think we talked about that a little bit in October when we were talking about how we spent a whole month in October talking about Halloween stuff and spooky things and horror, and we're 2 weeks for Christmas is probably enough.
Yeah.
Because there's just not as much stuff out there.
Yeah. I mean, there are some games and it's not so much a Christmas game, but Celeste, I want to consider, just because you're on a snowy mountain and everything is snow.
Mm-hmm. So, I feel like that might just be a symptom of us living in the South, though. We're snow means winter, and winter means Christmas. Exactly. Where in Wisconsin, they're just it's snow. It's always snow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, there are good games that there are like ongoing games that tend to do Christmas special events and stuff, like World of
Sure.
Warcraft, Destiny.
Yeah.
Those are the two that come to my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my husband and I have been playing a lot of Ark, and they have like holiday events going on.
Which, I think for video games that makes more sense to include holiday themed like items or events.
Or to have like a holiday DLC or something like that.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
Borderlands did that. Borderlands 2
probably.
at least. I don't know if Borderlands 3 is doing it. I've not been keeping up with it as much lately.
I don't know. Yeah, and I've watched a lot of gaming content on YouTube, and so I've seen people play a lot of like really crappy Christmas games. So those are always fun, but there's not been any, big games that are Christmas.
I would imagine you would get I imagine an indie Christmas themed game, just something to put out there for fun. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not really sure what the premise of those games would be. I mean, someone could make maybe someone could make a Santa simulator.
I'm sure there
you
is
have to
one.
deliver presents around a certain area in a certain period of time.
It's basically just a geography test.
I can see in my mind. I'm immediately going like Santa themed Grand Theft Auto, just like attacking everybody with Christmas presents. Basically, you're Santa Claus from Futurama, which I know neither of you are familiar with.
No.
Yes. The evil robot Santa.
Yes. Okay. Glad someone is familiar.
Yeah. The only kinds of games I can think of would be like bad physics games. So I remember one called like Christmas Shopping Simulator. And you're like running around a store and running into people and picking up presents. And then I feel like there's actually a pretty large category of like spooky Christmas games. Like where Santa's trying to kill you. I think there was like a Krampus one. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Well,
I think that's a subcategory.
Okay, now Hannah, I know you've played it, and I know it's another one of those games that I think is more just like snowy-ish, although I could be way off. Is Until Dawn like that kind of setting?
It's snowy. I don't think it was around Christmas though. They're just in the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, and that is actually a relatively good segue into one of the bigger topics for tonight, which is this a Christmas movie? Right? Because I feel like there are some things that are like things happen near Christmas, or they have a lot of snow in them, or they talk about Christmas one time and people are like, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. I have 5 movies. I want to know what you think. And let it be known, I don't necessarily think all of these are Christmas movies.
Okay.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I'm not going to tell you.
Well, let's find out.
Okay. First one is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
That is a good one. I mean,
it's a good movie.
Yeah. I don't. It's one of those that because it takes place during a school year, like their school year, obviously Christmas is included in that.
Mm-hmm.
But no more so I would say than like Halloween or any other part of the year. I don't remember if they celebrate if you see any other like major holidays.
Yeah, they celebrate.
Halloween in the movies. I don't remember. I know they do Halloween stuff. I know they do Christmas stuff, but beyond that, I can't remember for sure.
Right. Watching the movies, or they come on during Halloween, they come on during Christmas. But for me, looking at the Harry Potter movies, or most of them anyway, it's a Halloween event, especially the first one, because they introduce all the concepts and all the how they love their pumpkins and spooky things. Yeah. I can't put it as a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
but
they do have like a couple Christmas scenes.
Yeah, and it's like a significant part because that's when he gets the cloak of invisibility, and that's when he first finds the mirror, right? I think. I think that's when he first finds the mirror.
It's in that story.
I know that's when I think it's when he and Ron start playing a lot of wizard's chess, which becomes a big deal later on.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
If any of you haven't seen Harry
For like
Potter.
damn, how old is that movie?
Oh,
Like,
gosh.
almost 20 years.
I was gonna say
coming up on?
15.
Yes.
Yeah.
2001 is when it
Yeah,
came out.
I was gonna say 2001. so.
It was a long
Yeah.
time ago. Okay, so general consensus is great movie, not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, not a Christmas
No.
movie.
Not a Christmas movie.
Okay, we've talked about this one already a little bit. Nightmare Before Christmas.
This one,
Because didn't you say, Hunter, that Tim Burton said it's a Halloween movie?
he did, and that's fine for him. I've done a lot of thinking about it. I disagree. Because
You disagree with the creator of the movie.
I do. Because, like, really, as much as it is Halloween, obviously it's both. But, like, it's about the town of Halloween learning about Christmas, and like through the whole plot of the movie is that they are accepting Christmas and they are learning how to do Christmas,
which
They're trying
has
to
just
take
a very Christmas movie kind of theme to it.
it does, and
Where
that's
it's
why
like-
I think it's definitely more Christmas than Halloween, because it seems to again like take place during Christmas, and that's
Right.
the whole like plot.
Right.
I'm going to call it just a holiday movie because it features in that forest that he goes into all the other holidays. But it's good for watching during Halloween. It's good for watching for Christmas. I'm sure some TV station will show it during Christmas, or some, extreme fan of Nightmare Before Christmas will watch it around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like it generally is on the more Christmassy scale, or side of the scale. But I think calling it a holiday movie is a good way to go with it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Josh, you want to take this one first?
Yeah, I might have mentioned this in an earlier episode, or maybe just when we were talking. Again, it could be considered a holiday movie because it does feature, it starts the kids start out going to the place in the summer, or they're in the country in the summertime or something like that, and then they go in there. It's winter, and it's been winter for 1,000 years or so, 100 years,
Yeah.
100 years.
Long time.
And they finally can celebrate Christmas, but then next thing you know, it's summer there, spring or summer there. But then they have the whole Aslan sacrificing himself. So is that their Easter now?
Well, I mean that. I guess that makes sense, but I can't speak too much on this because it's been a long time since I've seen any of those. They did like 2 of them, I think.
3.
I mean 2 Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobes. There was one that was
2.
done quite a while ago, I think, and then there was like a remake in like 2006 or something around there.
Right. There's the BBC version, and then there's the 2005 Disney movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a BBC one.
Yeah. So I've seen both of those, but it's been a long time, and I guess I think of it
I
as
did know that.
I guess I could think of it as a Christmas movie, especially I guess with there being the references to the Bible and everything.
Well, and
the fact that it's like winter all the time.
Santa's in it.
Yes,
Is he?
Father Christmas.
Whatever.
So then I guess yes, but again, it's been so long.
Yeah, I feel like it falls in the same category as Harry Potter, honestly. Similarly, right, because in the Sorcerer's Stone, right, it's an important plot point, right, because it introduces the wizard's chest and it introduces the invisibility cloak, and when they actually have Christmas in Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, that's when Father Christmas gives them all of their goodies, right? So Susan gets her horn and Lucy gets her little magic stuff, right? So I feel like it's in that same zone where it's like, this is an important plot point and an excuse for us to give you special items. Haha.
Yeah. An excuse to market the movie during Christmas time when it came out.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like, again, we're just like, there's snow. It's Christmas.
Of course.
Yeah.
Winter is Christmas.
Sell
Yeah.
it.
Even though in the Southern Hemisphere, summer is Christmas.
Yeah. Reportedly, they are looking at making a redo. They might be redoing a whole series
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
on Netflix.
Oh, I want it so
But-
badly.
You mean
There's not-
like a series of movies or like a TV series?
Probably TV series. They might give it the same treatment they gave a series of unfortunate events.
That's kind of what I
But-
was thinking.
Yeah, but I haven't seen too much about it. But
I just,
I'm all for them just finishing the series in general.
Yeah.
no, they need to redo Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Prince Caspian was okay, but Voyage of the Dawn Treader really just needs to be wiped from existence.
I think I would watch
I
it if
gotcha.
it was actually a series. With the movies, I just haven't been keeping up with it, and I've been going to the movies less and less over the years. So
Anyway, so it sounds like the general consensus is it's like holiday/Christmas movie. Like, if you're trying to watch a Christmas movie every day in December, sure, put it on the list.
you couldn't
but
include
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
it. You could make an excuse for it.
Yeah, but if you're just trying to do, a week, you're gonna hit Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life and all the
Christmas Story.
really Christmas ones. Yeah.
The real
The obvious
deals.
ones.
Yeah. Okay. Most obvious one that we got to talk about is Die Hard, but I think we're all on the same page about that.
Yes. It
Yeah.
is a Christmas movie. No doubt.
Yeah.
Like, it takes place on Christmas. It
Mhm.
is Christmas.
Doesn't the second one also take place on Christmas?
I don't think I've seen the second. I don't think I've seen the second or third ones, but I've seen, and not the last one. I don't know. I've seen like 2, maybe 3 of them. I know I saw the first one, obviously. And I've seen Live Free or Die Hard. I
I
don't
think
know
Die Hard
anything
2 does
beyond
take place on Christmas.
Yeah, all I can remember is that there was snow during that movie. So
Snow
I'm
means
thinking,
Christmas.
obviously, that's where my brain went. But it probably could have taken place, and it could have taken place at Christmas, or they were trying to keep that same flow after people started talking about Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie. I'm not sure if that's when the debate started, but yeah, people probably worked out in their favor.
Yeah.
But Die Hard 1, definitely a Christmas movie. I think we're all in agreement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because on Christmas, he uses like Christmas themed like decoys or something. What is it? I'm trying to remember.
It's another one of those that
It's
I've
been too
definitely seen
long.
it a good bit, but it's been a while.
I just
So I
want to
can't
say
remember a lot of specifics.
Yeah, I want to say that they like
Yes.
use
There's
Christmas
many specifics.
decorations or Santa
Well, yeah,
costumes
because they
or
were having-
something.
Because they were having a Christmas party in the building.
Right.
Right. So like the stuff was around, and I think they used it
Tower.
in third.
And his
like,
big line, "Ho ho ho! I have a machine gun."
Yeah.
And then Hans Gruber falling into the Christmas tree. So that was fine. That was awesome.
All right. And the last one I have is Gremlins.
I've actually not seen Gremlins.
Le gasp. Oh no.
Man, I don't know what have happened. Hunter, I hope you never got a gremlin because you wouldn't know not to feed it at midnight.
I know that.
Or get it
because
wet.
How do you not know that? Those are like the only things I know about the whole franchise.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that someone you got the memo.
Yeah, that's important. It's been a while since I've seen those movies as well. And I feel like the logic is if we say Die Hard's a Christmas movie, you have to say Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Because I feel like it's similar, where it's like the plot isn't Christmas, but the whole thing takes place at Christmas and it's fully integrated into the movie.
Right. Was it released around Christmas time?
I don't know.
That would definitely help its case for being a Christmas movie.
Googling it. Nope, it was released in August. It's 1985.
That's a tough.
Well, when was
tougher
when was
sell
Die
now.
Hard? When was Die Hard released?
Uh-oh.
Die Hard was released in July.
It's still a Christmas
Everything.
movie.
Christmas in July. It still works.
Yes.
July 15th, 1988.
I like how we're defending. we're defending Die Hard in the way we are, but we're Gremlins. It's a little harder.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm a diehard fan.
No.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Anyway, I think the logic stands that if we say Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then Gremlins is as well.
I'm gonna take you guys' word on it.
I give it a eh. If we were grading these based off how Christmassy they were, Gremlins
We would
probably
get
get
an
a lesser score. Like Die Hard would get give it a 4 on the Christmas movie scale, and give Gremlins a 3 because of the
Out
whole
of what?
because of the
10.
from 1 to 5. No, I'm
1 to
looking at a 1
5,
to 5
okay.
scale. 1 to 5
All right.
scale. Yeah.
That's what
I
I,
was gonna
thought.
say I was
but-
confused as to why you were putting Die Hard so low.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so those are just the ones that I could come up with. Do you guys have any that you know of that are debatable? I saw Batman Beyond. A lot of people were saying
No,
that
no,
one's
no.
on there, but I haven't seen
Batman-
that in so long.
I would say
Or no.
maybe
Batman Returns.
Batman
That's
Returns.
the
I would
one.
consider.
I don't know enough about that one.
I could definitely see it.
Got the name.
I guess so. I never really
Batman
thought.
Returns,
I
yeah.
never really think of it as that, but
Yeah.
it is pretty.
I
it
never-
is like kind of, I guess, like Die Hard, where it's pretty integrated, you
Mhm.
know, into the
Yeah.
plot.
Yeah. I give it about 3.5 on the scale of Christmas movies in my head.
Josh's
because
scale
it
of
takes
Christmas
place-
movies.
Yeah. Patent pending. Give it put it 3.5 because it takes place around Christmas and there's Christmas parties and stuff going on. But there's also,
There's the Christmas
you know,
presents and everything.
there's also a lot of like other stuff going on that it's like, definitely not the Christmas movie you show your kids. I don't think.
Mhm.
If you want to,
Yeah.
If you want to freak
Yeah.
him out with Danny DeVito, sure.
yeah, for real. If you're a bad kid, Danny DeVito's gonna get you.
Yeah, he is.
Another one I've seen a couple times on various lists is Iron Man 3.
Mm-mm.
I
No?
mean, I could see there. That's another one though that I would only see because like it has snow.
It's snowy.
But no, that seems to be pushing it.
For
even a
people
lot
in
more.
Australia, that logic is just completely useless.
Yeah, it'd be between a 1 and a 2 on my scale. Just
there a
because
zero?
I was gonna say
I remember
it's probably
watching-
a 0.
I remember watching it between 0 and 2. I remember watching it when it came out in May. So, and it was the whole thing was a flashback to last Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, so I may get a lot of debate on this. Now, I don't really have
Probably.
a specific one, but I kind of want to put Star Wars. Just because that tends to be like it
When he's on Hoth, there's snow.
yeah.
Snow equals Christmas.
Are you talking about Empire?
They release them a lot in the Christmas season. They always tend to release them around Christmas for the most part. Like Solo was the exception, but like
what about the other ones?
7, 8, and Rogue at least. Those are the only recent ones I can remember. Their release dates. Those were like in December. Like, and obviously we got Rise of Skywalker coming out on the 20th. So, and you know, also because it's such a, you know, they do a lot of the stuff to sell toys and merchandise. They try to get it out for Christmas. For people to buy Christmas presents. So that would be my reasoning for considering it.
Do they ever say Christmas in any of the movies?
Well, no, because they're in a galaxy far, far away.
Do they ever have any kind of holiday
Exactly.
celebration?
None that we talk about.
That's why I was gonna say
None that we talk about.
there is the Christmas special.
Right. Yes, there is that.
We'll have fun watching it because it's not great.
I don't know. I feel like in
you
order
said
for them to be a Christmas movie, they have to at least say Christmas or have
Yeah.
like some sort of Christmassy symbolism or party or something
there's
other than just being released at Christmas.
there's symbolism, maybe. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, the lightsabers and the snowy planets that they're on that they do.
It looks
that they
like
fight
Christmas
on.
lights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think
And
that's
then
gonna
they
hold up.
disappoint us with Rogue One. So, you think you're getting a quality present, and then they just give you trash.
Ooh, then be fighting words,
Okay.
boy.
Now you better slow down. Because watching Rogue One
It's
was
trash.
one of the highlights. It was one of the highlights of
Of
my
your depression.
2016 Christmas 2016 season.
It's
I thought
why
Rogue was
suicide rates are so high in Christmas
Whoa.
season.
Whoa.
So I
Rogue-
don't want to hear.
Now, The Last Jedi did a great job of bringing it back and bringing some joy into that, because that is a fantastic movie. We will save this debate for next season when I bring up Star Wars.
For another
I will
time.
say
Because,
I will say this.
Hunter,
It is not exactly a classic Star Wars movie. It's very different, but I liked what they did with it.
Yes, I think so too. And I think that was the point of it, and that's why I stand by it so much, so strongly. I
This
also
is
am a big
very
fan.
sneaky.
I'm also a big fan of Ryan Johnson as a director.
Anyway. So,
Yeah.
since we've got Josh's patent pending scale, I want to know, Josh, what are 5s on your scale?
Fives
Actual Christmas
are,
movies.
Give
Yes,
me some
actual Christmas
examples.
movies. Okay. Christmas with the Cranks is a Christmas movie. One that Home Alone 1 and 2.
Not 3 or 4.
I don't remember those. I don't
3
choose to remember those.
3 was the one where with the kid that was sick at home, and then it was like a whole team of other people trying to rob the neighborhood. 4 I think was when he went to like some mansion or something.
Home Alone 3 is where they should have just stopped.
Yeah, I liked Home Alone 3, but I think that was I don't know if that was the first one I saw, but it was the one that I watched the most when I was a kid.
And Scarlett Johansson was in it.
Oh, was she the bad
Probably.
the bad was she a bad person?
She was a bad girl.
I can't remember if it was
She was such a baby.
I was remember 3 is it 3 or 4 where it was the kid that was in the house and the couple was trying to rob him and he was busting their chops at every turn.
I think it was a whole squad of people or something, but
I just remember one kid, not Macaulay Culkin, and then
maybe that's 4
and a couple. Yeah, that was the one that I watched. That was the other one I watched that wasn't 1 or 2.
Yeah, 4 was bad. 4 was really bad.
I don't think I've seen most of them.
I don't talk about any other ones besides 1 or 2. But 1 or 2 are definitely Christmas movies in my book.
Okay.
I watch them. I try to watch them. I like to watch them every year.
I do not.
Yeah. Let's see. We got the Polar Express. And,
I didn't think about that one.
And the Santa Claus, obviously.
What about Golden Compass? That's another one that I don't think I've seen it, but I also don't think I've seen Polar Express. But I tend to think of those as the same. Maybe I don't know why though.
No, Golden Compass had was in the same playbook as the first Narnia movie because they came out around Christmas time. It had a polar bear
and snow
as a main character and snow. Yeah,
okay.
It has snow. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm not familiar with the Golden Compass, but definitely Polar Express is pretty clearly a Christmas movie.
I've heard there's a lot of controversy around it because I don't remember why. There's just a lot of weird stuff going on with it.
With what?
Yeah,
the Golden Compass.
The
series.
It's kind of the anti-Narnia, but it's the big title is we have the Chronicles of Narnia. The Golden Compass is underneath the big title of his Dark Materials. HBO just is showing the turning into a TV series. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I've seen trailers for that. I think I see it come up every time I go to watch Watchmen. So.
Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't heard
yeah.
a lot of like. I want to use the word classic Christmas movies thrown out. So Miracle on 34th Street. I feel like Santa Claus is like
Yeah.
definitely part of that older generation of Christmas movies. Definitely
Maybe.
It's a Wonderful Life.
I tend to think of the Santa
Really old
Claus as
one.
kind of new, honestly, but that's
It's kind of in the middle.
well, actually, I
It
think of
came out
that. That was good. That was my childhood Christmas movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
That and Jingle All the Way, which I just saw the
Mhm.
honest trailer for.
I
Santa
still
Claus
have not
came
watched
out-
that yet.
Santa Claus came out in '94.
Yeah. Okay. So that was
So-
the year after I was born.
Yeah. So I don't know. For me, I
Hmm.
feel like anything classic in terms of Christmas movies is anything that came out before 2000.
That's fair. I tend to think of. I don't think I've ever seen the Santa Claus 3, but I tend to think of that as really new.
Yeah,
I don't even-
Yeah,
remember
it's
what
a
year
it's a
it came
newer
out.
one.
I have seen that.
I mean, it was
one.
one of the it was the last one, but it came out in like 2000.
I want to say like
Mhm.
2010 or
Five
something,
or
but I could be way off.
No,
It could just-
2005 or 6.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because I think
Yeah.
it was like 2011 that I saw a little bit of it.
Mhm.
Just because my girlfriend at the time, I was over at her house for the holidays, and God, that whole thing was just annoying. I hated her
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Have you guys seen Miracle on
Whoa.
34th Street?
I
The new
have.
the
Oh, I
new
saw the
one,
original, but it's been a long time.
new one.
Yeah, the newer one.
I have
yeah,
not
the-
seen
the
the
remake.
the new one. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good movie. I liked it.
really
I've
good.
only watched it once. I think it was in school somewhere, but I liked it.
It's definitely one of my favorites. And we completely forgot about two that I would say they're okay. One of them's a little bit more recent, but I would say they're both definitely classics. Elf
Elf. Yeah,
And-
I'd say.
hmm
and A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh my God, that movie is that's my Christmas movie there.
I don't know if I've
well,
seen
one
that.
of my Christmas movies.
You haven't seen A Muppet Christmas Carol?
Oh no, I haven't. But you know what else?
no, hold
Fantastic
up.
movie.
No,
No,
we need to talk about this.
Hunter.
Do we need to
Hunter?
like kidnap you and make you sit down and watch A Muppet Christmas Carol this year?
We
No.
might have to.
God,
Come on, man.
you
It's got
guys
Michael-
force me to watch
it's got
so many
Mike-
bad movies. I don't trust you guys anymore.
It's the Muppets. It's wonderful.
Yes,
Okay.
with Michael
Last year-
Caine as
Last year
Scrooge.
I was forced
it's
to
awesome.
watch The Room. I'm not gonna fall
Okay,
for that. again.
admittedly, that was bad. The point of that
We-
is bad, but Muppet
we-
Christmas Carol is fantastic.
Yes, it's really it's a great movie.
You
Great
have to
Christmas
realize
movie.
we acknowledge The Room is terrible. That was the
Mm.
point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now we
Yes.
want you to watch a good movie.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I would say another one that I can't believe I forgot of until just now. I guess it's getting to a classic. It's an adult classic, I guess. Bad Santa. Wonderful
I haven't
movie.
seen that.
Fantastic.
I haven't
Terrible
been able to-
movie.
Yes, I haven't been able to watch it.
I've not seen the second one, but I really like the first one.
I have not seen those.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's in the title. So
Yeah. Just
I
rough.
also definitely tend to think, obviously, of
have you seen Muppet Treasure
Christmas
Island?
Story. Maybe, I don't know. I tend to think of A Christmas Story as a classic. I just learned like a few years ago, I think, that there was a second one. I'm like, why?
So
Dude,
I have not seen A Christmas Story.
you're not missing out on much. I mean,
it's
watch
great. You need to watch it.
you'll have plenty of opportunities to watch it if you have like a cable subscription because they
I
love
don't.
playing that movie,
Who has
playing that
cable?
movie to death.
Who has cable?
Come on, Josh. Nobody has cable.
Sorry. Well,
All right,
well,
if you
excuse
have
me.
internet connection, download it and then watch it.
Find it on Amazon or something. It's there.
Or the Pirate Bay. But I'm not telling you that.
I'm sure Patrick has it on like a hard drive somewhere.
Okay.
It's a great movie.
And then what about How the Grinch Stole
Triple-dog dare
Christmas?
ya.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I haven't seen the remake they made. I think it was last year.
Which?
Oh yeah, there was a
Benedict
newest
Cumberbatch
one.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
I've seen
That
like a
was
little bit
fun.
of that, but I haven't seen all of that. Is it because I feel like when I saw the trailer, it was unclear if it was still actually sticking to a full-on Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is Christmassy, but they definitely took the story and ran with it a little bit. But I would say so there's the 3 Grinch movies I can think of, right? Like
Yeah.
the really old cartoony
The
one,
classic.
Yeah.
the one with
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, and then the
Yes,
new Benedict
also
Cumberbatch
classic.
one.
Yeah.
And I would rank them as like cartoon Benedict Cumberbatch, Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The Benedict
Okay.
Cumberbatch one was. I mean, the Jim Carrey one was pretty bad, but
I just feel like as I grow up,
It's so bad,
I
it's good.
still
Yeah.
love Jim Carrey, but I'm like, he's
think
a
I'm coming back
slapstick
around on
comedy
Jim Carrey.
guy, and I'm just a little bit too old for that most of the time.
I think I'm coming back around with Jim Carrey, mainly because of Sonic. But
I'm very excited to see him in Sonic because that movie is supposed to be, I'm sure, a little bit stupid and ridiculous, and there's
Yeah.
nobody better they could have cast to be stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah. Especially a 90s comedy guy like Jim Carrey.
Yeah. But I think Benedict Cumberbatch's Grinch was really good.
I'll have
I
to
like
check it out
Benedict
now.
Cumberbatch in just about everything. So
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
All right. Anything else?
What about? Well, okay. Now I'm trying to think. Was Sherlock Holmes Christmassy at all? The
Nah.
RDJ one?
Nah.
Oh.
Maybe it just came out like around Christmas, and that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But,
Watch out for that trap.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
trap.
Trap. There's snow. It airs in December.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't count.
Quick question then.
Oh yeah, it actually was released on Christmas 2009.
Aha, gotcha.
Mhm.
Oh, speaking of which, that also makes me think of, I think it was last year, there was that, I loved it, but it was also one of those that was really bad, Holmes and Watson with Will Ferrell and,
Oh gosh.
crap,
I don't even
I
think
always
I've
blank
heard
on the
of
other guy's
that.
name. It's so bad, but I love it. Like, it's funny. It it performed terribly, but I
Yeah,
saw it on
everyone-
Christmas Day and I loved it.
It looks terrible.
How much eggnog did you drink that day, Hunter?
None, but I had a lot of alcohol. No, not really. I'm just kidding. No, again, it was just, that was just a nice experience for me because that's like the first time I just went to a movie on Christmas and I just like didn't, like I wore my lounge pants and like just comfy clothes. It was just nice.
Yeah.
And there's like nobody in the theater.
Apparently, this year on Christmas, we are getting our Star Wars movie.
There's a
this
lot of
Christmas season.
things that are like going into select theaters on Christmas
Mhm.
and then going into theaters everywhere on like January 10th, I think.
Yeah, I know Patrick's really excited about Spies in Disguise, which is coming out Christmas Eve, which is a cartoony kind of thing.
All right, so just to end, I wanted to get a real quick take on what you guys think is like your favorite Christmas special in any TV show. So,
Okay.
Josh, what you got?
I've got a few of them. I have the How I Met Your Mother first season. I think it was first or second season. It's How Lily Stole Christmas, and it was her and Marshall kind of having some issues. Her and Marshall having some issues, or her and Ted having some issues, and it ends up with and Marshall's trying to study for school, and Lily keeps moving around. Because she and Ted can't get along. She takes Christmas out of the apartment and moves it to her apartment, which I think is impressive given someone her size and the time she has. It was just a really fun Christmas episode. Family Guy, Road to the North Pole, where Stewie and Brian go to find Santa Claus. It's very dark and messed up, but it's Family Guy.
Yeah, that's what that show is.
SpongeBob's first Christmas special, Christmas Who. That's a classic in my book. Let's see. There is also a Hey Arnold special, I think, in their first season.
Okay, are we just
Where is-
listing
Yeah, I was
all
gonna say,
the
didn't
ones
we
that
already
know?
mention that like almost every show has one?
Yeah.
Well, these
We're-
just
we're
my,
talking about
my,
Which ones
these,
were
are my, these, are my,
good?
the- these are my top 5 right here.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, it's a good thing I came up with
Sorry.
a second one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
only had one.
All right, what do you got?
There's a Hey Arnold one that I like, and there's
Oh, we're still
also
on
Justice
Josh's
League.
section.
I'm just mentioning off a couple of them.
Okay, sure.
There's also so I was saying there's a Hey Arnold one, really touching one, and there's a Justice League one that I just liked because it was a nice little, it's a nice little Christmas episode with superheroes. I'm done.
Okay. All right, finished finally. Yeah.
Well, since Josh had 5, I came up with 3, so I'm at least competing.
That's fine.
And I'm sure these are all shows that I just already liked, but they had really good Christmas specials. Doctor Who's definitely one of them. This had a lot of good Christmas specials. So the one where David Tennant's first full episode, was a really fun one. There was one where they were like on the Titanic, which was a spaceship, and that was pretty cool. So they've had some good ones, and I know you enjoyed some of the later ones. Hunter.
Yeah, I enjoyed some of the Matt Smith ones and the David Tennant ones. Did Christopher Eccleston have a Christmas one?
No, because the first episode that David Tennant was in was that Christmas special.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's basically Eccleston and then Christmas, and that was David Tennant.
Yeah.
So those are absolutely fantastic. Warehouse 13, which is a very not well-known show, which is really sad.
I've heard a lot about it.
It's really good. Had a really cool Christmas special that was essentially their take on It's a Wonderful Life, where one of their characters has been erased and figures out what their life would be like if they didn't exist, or what everyone else's lives would be like if they didn't exist. And I just love Phineas and Ferb, and they've had some really good Christmas specials over the years.
Well, I got okay. I guess I'll come up with a few since I was just planning on one, but okay. So yeah, thinking about it, I did really enjoy as a kid, and I remember getting excited about it leading up to it. The Fairly Odd Parents, like Christmas Every Day, or whatever that special.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I thought it was just kind of funny because you get if it was Christmas Every Day, then wow, everyone would be out of money so fast.
Pretty quickly.
Or Christmas would be pretty much over every day. You wouldn't have it.
After January, it would suck.
Yeah, and then there's a really weird Invader Zim one, but Invader Zim's just weird anyways. Friends had quite a few really good ones. I liked the Holiday Armadillo episode. Yeah, there's another one that I thought of at first. It was sort of along the lines of How I Met Your Mother, I want to say, but it's been so long, you guys took forever, that I totally lost mine.
I blame Josh.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep.
But no, there's just been quite a few good ones, especially from Friends, some of those animated shows, as I've said.
It's really interesting because we were talking earlier about, how there's not a ton of Christmas video games. Right? I really do feel like maybe the best medium for Christmas content is in Christmas specials.
Yeah.
And Christmas movies definitely are awesome and have their place, but I feel like, I don't know, Christmas specials I feel like just have a place in our hearts always.
Yeah.
I think so.
Christmas special.
Yeah.
And of course, sorry, I will bring up a couple mentions from Community because they have some really good ones. There's Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas, which is fantastic. And there's the first one where they got in fights. And then I do want to call over to Brooklyn Nine-Nine's Die Hard Christmas reference, which is fantastic. So that's closing out mine. And I think this was...
I have seen that one. Yeah.
So I think this is
I still haven't seen Community.
You're terrible. Go watch it right now.
I'm watching other things.
Watch it instead. So yeah, those were some good Christmas stuff. Got any last words, Hannah?
Yeah. So this is kind of part 1 of Christmas. What is happening next week? I believe it's your week, Josh. Yes.
Hunter.
No? Is that Hunter's week? I can't tell.
It's Hunter's week.
We switched up the schedule or something.
No, we didn't.
What's happening next week?
So next week,
Oh, we didn't, but we talked about it. That's why I'm confused.
Yes.
Okay.
So next week we're doing like our own Christmas lists, like a nerd geek Christmas wish list for this year, for 2019. What are some awesome things that are maybe somewhat recent, maybe not as recent, but still maybe coming back?
So
some
we're
things that
looking
we
for
think nerds would love.
we're looking for nerd paraphernalia and technology kind of stuff.
Yeah, basically.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
good
Fun.
time.
Yeah.
All right. So
So we
look forward
have
to next
this
week.
Christmas. Yeah. So we've had this Christmas, you know, and with Christmas media, and then next week is Christmas list part 1 and 2, and then ended out with the New Year's, or
Year
a
in review.
year
Year
in
in
review.
Which we are still debating if that's going to turn into a decade or in review, because 2020,
Probably-
baby.
We may mention it, but probably just a year.
There's a lot of stuff that's happened in the
Yeah.
last 10 years. But anyway, lots to look forward to the rest of the month. So until next time, stay warm, happy holidays, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Stay festive.